Hello everybody, we are at Grand Touring Automobiles in Toronto, Canada with Anthony, who's the Global Sales Director.
Correct.
Excellent. Of Automobili Pininfarina, and he has a Battista, is it called?
Correct.
Excellent. And this is a limited car of only 150 worldwide that will be made.
Absolutely.
And it's ready for sale in Canada.
Absolutely.
And how many are currently, first of all, sold already? So we know how many are left.
I can tell you how many we delivered. We've delivered already 8 cars globally, and we delivered the first one in Canada back in April. So the Battista is fully homologated for Canada, and we're really proud to be today in Toronto with this beautiful production version, which we have today at Grand Touring. So the Battista is a fully electric hypercar with 4 motors, 1900 brake horse, 2300 Newton meter torque for the people who love the numbers. And just so you make sure you have fun with the car, the 0 to 100 is in less than 2 seconds.
So 1.9 seconds, 0 to 100, or 0 to 60.
Correct.
That's crazy.
It is. but it's also an easy car to drive. And we want it to be usable. And this is why we always wanted to create a GT and not necessarily a track machine. And on the side of the numbers and the power and so on, what is unique with us is also the level of personalization you can go with the Battista. So you have to remember that Pininfarina brand carries more than 90 years of design knowledge and experience. And at Automobili Pininfarina, we're very keen on making each Battista unique. So each client goes through a specific customer journey. They meet our chief designer, and they really go deep in the details, and they really make the car that they have in their mind. It's not us dictating, it's really them choosing the car they're dreaming.
Excellent. Now the car, I understand, starts at 2.2 million euro.
Correct.
And then you start to personalize it after that.
Correct.
And do you go to, where do you personalize? Do you personalize it at the dealer, or do you go to?
We have different ways of doing. Usually we have a first step at the dealer, of course. They have access to a first configurator where we can play with the colors and really seeing what they like. And again, the goal is really for us to understand what do they like, what they don't like, to make their car timeless, right? So once we've done a sort of first work around that, we get in touch with our chief designers and the design team, and then we go a bit more into detail, and we can do that face-to-face in Italy, or in the country where the client lives, or via video calls even. COVID taught us that. And then we review different versions before finalizing the final car.
Perfect. Now, can you go walk around and talk a little bit about the styling? It's pretty exotic looking even from the back.
I mean, yeah, Pininfarina is always about pure lines, you know, and when you look at it, it's very flawless, very unique, very design-led, with flying rear lights as well, if you will. It's a very beautiful design.
Wow.
The goal is really to create a timeless hypercar, and you have to remember this will be forever the first Pininfarina front batch car.
That's right. It's the first model ever delivered.
Correct.
For the car. Is there any, now of course there's a model right over there, guys, Barchetta, so we'll do that in the next video. Now can you walk us around, and can you point out any details about, other than
There's so, I mean, I can show you many things, there's so many details when you see the air intake here and the airflow going under the rear wing and flowing beneath the rear wing over there. Everything in the design here has also a function, let's say. And I mean, you can then step inside the car, and this is where you realize the detail is in the devil. You see the quilting we have here, the triangle shape. This is the triangle. You're going to find it again on the grille outside the car. So everything is thought through. All the logos, the naming, the aluminium lighting button in the center of the console, this cylindric rotary switch as well for the car. It's all very, very unique and neat. The designers were very keen to create a comfortable environment, very stylish, design-led, where you want to spend time and do some miles in.
Very. And since it's all electric, what's the details on the battery pack and what distance? Obviously, you push it harder, it goes less, but is there general stats on the?
No, of course, yeah. We have 120 kilowatt hour battery. which with the WLTP norms, we have 477 kilometers range, so around about 300 miles, right? And as you rightly say, the more you push, the less range you will have, but that's the same case with petrol cars as well. The more you push, the less gas you have. What's interesting to know is that the battery pack is positioned in a T shape, so it's not at the bottom of the platform, but more behind the seat and a bit in the center tunnel for distribution of the mass, replicating kind of the mid-rear engine distribution here. Otherwise, the car can be recharged on a supercharger in the space of half an hour from 20 to 80%. So it's not something that is rocket science, it's usable, and our customers are currently driving their cars almost every week at the moment, so it's just fantastic.
That's fantastic. And so what would that equate into also the horsepower? Electric doesn't talk about horsepower, but what's the performance?
Well,
0 to 60, 1.9, but...
Yes, horsepower, I mean, we have 1900 brake horse available, right? Through different modes, so you can unlock more and more brake horse depending on the drive mode you're going to use. But I think to me what's more impressive is the torque. You have 2300 Newton meter torque available. And when you couple that to the 4 motors, so 1 motor per wheel, and we have this technology called torque vectoring, which will literally calculate at any time the grip that you need. So if you prefer, I could, on a corner, I could slow the inside wheel, accelerate the outside wheel independently on each corner of the car, and that gives you a drivability that is not seen before. So it's, as I always like to say, I could talk about it for hours, but until you try it, you will never fully get it. But it's just a different world.
Yeah. Now, is there different performance modes that you can tune in? Like, is there track mode, sports mode?
We don't call it so much track mode. We use different mood, if you prefer. So we have a calmer mode, like the car is in now at the moment. So it's very easy driving, low brake horsepower. Then we move on to Pura, which is, let's say, a bit more power, but still very smooth to drive. And then we have Energica and Furiosa, where you're going to unlock more power. Furiosa will be the full power available, and then it becomes a beast, 100%.
That's good. Now, for people that, when you get a car, you have to get used to the car because it has so much power. Is there opportunities? Do you take delivery in Canada, or can you take delivery in Europe? Do you get some time with a driver to help you learn the car?
We're flexible. We are, and that's the beauty of a personalization and let's say a tailor-made customer journey. We really talk to our clients and we decide with them, where do you want the car to be delivered? Do you want to have a drive with us, with one of our development driver? Do you want to go on track to familiarize yourself, or go on a nice GT drive? Everything is possible. We're very flexible, and Battista is more than a car, it's a story. The Battista has a story, the customer has a story with the car, and this is something that we really want to emphasize. It's not just buying a car, it's buying a whole experience to become part of the family, and we do many activities per year with our clients.
Very good. So at family, what does Mama cook for dinner?
Pasta.
Of course. Okay, can we see the front of the car as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Show our clients and customers. Wow.
And again, here, as you can see, there's not too many artifacts. It's very pure design, pure lines.
And can you, for the people watching, can you tell them the history of Pininfarina? Because it has a very long storied history.
Yes, so Battista Pininfarina founded the company in 1930. He kind of always wanted to create his own car, but unfortunately he was victim of his success designing cars for many other brands. And at some point he said also that as long as there's as many players with this technology available, meaning the petrol cars, there's no point for him to join the game. And when Mahindra took over Pininfarina back in 2018, they wanted to realize that dream. And this is why we named that car after our founder, Battista. And today we felt it was the right time because the new technology was available. And you need to remember, Pininfarina, aside being a great designer, has always wanted to be an innovator in the field. So developing their first car with a new technology in it just made sense.
Okay. And where's head office for you guys?
Cambiano in Italy.
Excellent. So guys, we're going to put some information in the description so you can get more details. The car, I got to see the worldwide website. Just find out who the local dealer is with you, reach out to them. and maybe one day you'll meet Anthony personally. Thank you very much, Anthony.
Thank you.